Hello, everyone. Sam Manson here from Red SOS. I just wanted to talk about a very common personal safety scenario, being safe on a college campus. We've, over the past few years, have always discussed safety on college campuses. That's obviously one of the first places you might think of when you think about personal safety. If you have a loved one who's currently in college, you've probably sent them pepper spray or a taser at some point to help keep them safe. And we've met with several college campuses over the past few years. I've met several police chiefs and campus safety departments, campus security departments, campus police departments, because they differ based on campus. So I've met many campus safety departments over the past few years, and I've gotten lots of feedback on their concerns and the concerns of students. So I just wanted to talk about how you can stay safe on campus, and some of the things that we've seen work based on data driven results that we've seen over the past few years. So our number one safety tip that we always give, um, even more important than having a taser, pepper spray, or a personal safety app or a personal alarm, more important than all of that is that there's safety in numbers. Okay, if you could entirely avoid any risk of having to use self-defense, of being permanently injured or bodily harm, that is always our goal. So our number one personal safety tip is try to invite a friend. Okay, try to completely avoid um, walking alone late at night by yourself. Try to join a group if possible. So this time and time again has been proven to be one of, if not the most effective personal safety strategy. You will eliminate so many personal safety risks by just inviting a friend. And if you look at the news articles related to personal safety, you might hear about one person who's attacked on campus. You might even hear about a couple that's attacked on campus, but you will hardly ever hear about three or four people, a group that was attacked on campus. And so your chances of being harmed really come down drastically, and your personal safety is preserved when you are able to join a group. There's safety in numbers. There's always safety in numbers. Now, of course, you may not be able to join a group every time you want to get to class or get to the dorms or get to your apartment or get home. It will not always be possible to invite a friend, join a group, especially if you're um, going somewhere, going to work early in the morning or late at night. It will not always be possible to invite someone. You will not always have that flexibility. So, what do you do in that case? That's a very good question. In that case, you want to look at the various safety tools available to you, that you can utilize, and find what's good for you, what you're comfortable using, what works for you. That's what's really most important here. Personal safety is not about prescription, but it's about personal preference, because the self-defense tool, the personal safety tool that is the most effective, is the one that you are most comfortable with. So probably the five most common ones, I'll go through them, would be pepper spray, taser, concealed carry, personal alarm, personal safety app. So, and of course, on college campus, there are strict rules and laws about you're a little more limited on what you can carry. So obviously, you want to make sure that it's legal for you to carry what item you're comfortable carrying. Now, as always, none of those items will do the fighting for you. Just remember that if your self-defense tool is taken away from you and used against you, you're actually in a much worse situation. So if you're gifting someone in college a tool for self-defense, please make sure that they're trained, they're comfortable using it, and that they can protect it. That they can protect it. Um, when I was training in unarmed combat in the military, we used to rehearse with a red ball, much like this one. This was always to simulate that this was our weapon, and that our first rule of carrying a weapon is to make sure that we could keep it away from the attacker. Because if you give your weapon to an attacker, you've now armed your attacker. Okay, so that's very important to keep in mind. All those tools I mentioned for self-defense are great, uh, but you want to be trained, comfortable using it, and know how to protect it. If you're not comfortable using it, find one of the tools that you are comfortable using that you could really see yourself using. So I hope that's really helpful. Just to give a very quick summary, first first personal safety tip is there's safety in numbers. If you could invite a friend on your walk, on your commute, join a group, something like that, that will always be by far the best possible solution. You will eliminate personal safety threats drastically. You will be much safer. You almost would not even have to worry about personal safety at that point. It will no longer be something that stresses you out or causes you anxiety. If, of course, you don't have the flexibility to invite a friend, because I'm sure you'll have to go certain places by yourself, then I would say pick one of the 5 most common personal safety and self-defense tools out there: pepper spray, taser, concealed carry, personal alarm, personal safety app. Pick one of those, and or pick a few of those that you're comfortable using, and make sure that you practice, that you're comfortable using it, and that you can protect it. So these are just some of the things we've seen work on college campuses, and a couple of simple ways that you could stay safe on campus. I hope this was helpful. As always, if you have questions related to personal safety, you could call our 24/7 helpline at Red SOS, and that number is 1-877-832-5276. We'd love to help. Thanks for watching, and stay safe out there.